Tyrannosaurus Rex kinda sounds like sex. And
There
this
you
is
go.
my brain.
I want to start by giving you the opportunity to introduce yourself. Tell us about who you are.
Well, I go under the handle Indie Emil, and my name is, well, surprise, Emil. Or rather, Emil, if you're in Sweden, because I'm Swedish.
Yeah.
So this conversation might sound very strange, because yeah, English is my second language.
Okay.
So you have to excuse me if my grammar isn't.
That's all right. Mine's not either, and I'm,
Yes, great.
I have that Southern United States grammar, so it's a whole other thing.
You got that drawl?
I do.
I don't know.
I sound like cornbread.
Yeah,
That's
I've never heard how cornbread would sound, but I guess a drawl would be. Yeah, you're doing a good cornbread. Yeah.
I imagine it would have a Southern drawl. So yeah.
Kind of have to, right?
Right. Right. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, you're more than welcome. Well, yeah, I'm Emil. I'm basically a hobbyist game dev and filmmaker. I've actually done film or like movie work way longer than I've done games, and that was basically my industry of choice for a while.
Okay.
And then we'll probably get into it, but I got a bit sick of it. I wanted to do something else, and I've had game development as a, sneering a bit at it, like, yeah, that would be fun. And an opportunity arose, and I took it. Now we're here. 1 year, 1 day past the 1 year anniversary for Reverend.
I know. I was pretty cool that this is happening right on the anniversary of Reverend as well. So I was that's really exciting to me. That this is kind of special.
Yeah, you're the first one. You're the one getting the scoop 1 year in.
That's true. I am getting the scoop 1 year in. I'm gonna make sure I put that in the description, or like like listen. No, I was gonna again. I'll say it right now. Congratulations on that 1 year. By the way, I said it on Instagram, but I'll say it in person. That's awesome. And I knew that you were. It was trauma. Is that how I say it right? Or
well, you get trauma by working with trauma.
There you go.
Well, nothing but love though for them. They specialize in basically counterculture movies and media. And a few years ago, I decided to make. That's another story in itself, really. But we made an anthology filled with gore and horrific stuff. And the anthology itself sucked so bad. It was awful. Like we showed it once at a film festival here in Sweden, and the reception was horrifying. It was terrible. The best thing coming out of it was me calling my mom basically afterwards and just saying, yeah, well, it was nice seeing something on the big screen like this, having like a premiere and attending it. And I never want to attend a thing ever again I make.
Yeah. I mean, it's a part of what you've done. Whether or not it was the best thing in the world, as you said, it was horrific. I'm of
the anthology itself was horrific. I was very satisfied with a few parts of our segments, but the rest of them were awful.
Yeah. But I'm of the thought that we can even learn from those moments as well. So I was going to continue into the conversation by saying, what did you take away from that you applied to Reverend?
That's a perfect segue. I think one of the things I learned was that listening to, it feels so strange to say, but listening to everyone involved and still having control. If you're like the director or the producer, someone needs to steer the ship. And that means being sometimes, quote unquote, the bad guy.
Yeah.
And just saying, no, we can't do this because X, Y, Z, and we need to get this done. When I began working on Reverend, I really felt that I need to do something on my own and like take the lessons learned Just
Right.
okay, so I have the discipline, I have this, I have that, I know how to make good looking gore, so I can apply that if I make a game like this. Because I wanted to make it with 2D sprites, like photographic digitized sprites, which turned out pretty good. But I was alone in making it, and that was the best kind of creative reset for me, actually, to then get back into making a few movie things and kind of feeling not rejuvenated, but oh, this is fun again, at least, which I didn't feel when we made the Trauma shorts, actually.
Right, because it's gonna, in a way, you know, and I do that with like videos too. It reflects in some sort. If you're not having fun with it, it's gonna show in what is made, right? The fact that you felt this passion and this excitement about making Reverend, I think it showed in the actual finished product as well. So we talked a little bit about stepping into Reverend. Is that so? What really inspired just game development itself?
That's a really interesting question, actually, because I'm really bad at programming. Like, not even kidding. I so bad at it. It's awful. So I've always wanted to make make shit, just create things. And I have a deep need to just create stuff, whatever it is, music, movies, games now, or anything. I have in therapeutic purposes, I bought a bunch of drawing papers, sketch papers, and I've been doing a series of Reverend, I guess, kinda inspired drawings, which I might give away in the future if there's a interest. Me and Sam have been talking about it, but we'll see. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
interested.
Basically,
yeah.
well, you probably don't have
interested.
to.
Yeah,
I'll send you one.
You can send me one, but I'd enter like everybody else into the giveaway.
Yeah, then we're gonna have a little, under the counter shake there.
There you go. Whatever happens, whatever happens.
Well,
I can't tell you what to do, but
right. That's up to Lady Luck.
That's right.
I always wanted to make games. Anything creative, but games were all such a fun thing. I grew up with games, as I'd say most 90s kids did.
We did, yeah.
In some way or another. Yeah. What did you like? Were you a PC kid or a console kid?
I was console kid, so I started on the Sega Genesis. My dad had one of those. So I played Bejeweled and Streets of Rage. Those games, those are what I grew up on. Then once they released the PS1, and I had the original square boxy looking PS1. I thought I was living large when I got the little mini one that they when they released that. My dad got me that one because my other one was broken. So I had the PS1 and played a lot of Spyro. That was my game. I loved Spyro the Dragon.
So I grew up with a Nintendo 64 and very beige Hewlett-Packard PC without a dedicated graphics card. Yeah, so I have a very strong connection to Quake 1 played in software rendering mode.
There you go.
yeah, it's
in all its glory too. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's I almost have to play it that way even today, just because that's the feeling I want. I want that fun,
absolutely,
really blocky feeling, not the crisp, really good remastered feeling though. So
right. In many ways, that's the inspiration behind the retro FPS genre too. Is you want that nostalgic feeling of playing these games such as like that. And I hear kids today talking about the NES and all of that stuff. Of course, when they talk about it, they make it sound like it's ancient history, which kind of hurts my feelings. They're like, oh my goodness, this was in the 19, and they can always get really, really excited about it. If it starts in 19, that means it's old. And so I don't like that. But yeah, it's like, wait a minute, my birthday starts with a 19.
Whenever I like music from the 1970s, they're like, oh, that's like ancient. It's not, well, it's not. I feel so. I think our generation kind of not grow. We don't grow older quicker, but we feel like we are, because technology and everything goes so fast.
We also have managed to live through some unprecedented times. Unfortunately,
how many economic
many
crises have we
times
had?
over. It's not my joke, but somebody said, I just want to live in a precedented time for a little bit. That'd be great, you know? So yeah, our generation, I think, is, you know, it's gotten older a lot quicker because of technology, but also because we just been, you know, the life-changing, world-changing events have been thrown at us left and right. So, you know.
This is gonna sound so pretentious, but I feel, as you said, the world is really like, we have been living through so much, and especially now I feel that offering some kind of respite, or like just a breather, is so important. Like your videos make me laugh, which is what I need some days. Well, like all days, of course, but so if I can make something like a game that entertains someone, if it's just for 1 hour, 2 hours, that's good enough for me, and I think that's important. I'm a very big, like, I hate AAA, I hate Marvel, I hate Disney, because that's just the you know, money machine. We can't even. I feel so old when I say stuff like that, but it really like drains me creatively and my soul. So when I see someone creating something weird with a goose in like a cool cartoony way, I laugh and I feel a connection to that creator.
Right.
And that's
well, I appreciate that. I don't know who that goose guy is. So, I mean,
no idea. Yeah, you mentioned it in the video.
I mentioned it in the video. You know, at the start of the Reverend video, because I messaged Jiffy right after it happened. I was like, wait a minute, I know this name, and I messaged Jiffy, and he was like, yeah, that's Reverend's developer. And so I was like, oh wow. And then I told my mom that a game developer had subscribed to me, and it was awesome. I want to say I connected with that, you know, and making things that I think offer respite. It's been a motivation of mine. You know, we can do a lot of things. A lot of people have done, you know, great things, and there's been one person. I think these are a couple of our great things. You know, these things are legacies that'll live on. Hopefully you know, even longer than we do. So, you know, that was deep and philosophical for this video. Good job, Rev.
No, but there's something to it though, because I'm not big into like getting my own family, and that's another deep conversation. But I feel if anyone, when I'm dead, after I'm dead, you know, stumble upon the shorts I did for Trauma or anything before that, or even more now, like Reverend or what comes after, that's gonna be my big legacy. If anyone picks that up and, you know, has a good time in 50 years, just saying those numbers is crazy, but that's gonna outlive me then.
Yeah,
and that's great. That's amazing.
My other thought is, either one of us, you know, if something happens and like humanity, like it's just gone in like the next 1,000 years or so, and like aliens come in and the first thing they find is you know, either a YouTube video from Rev Plays Games or like Reverend or something like that, that's what they're gonna be. They're like, this was humanity, and I'm really sorry if it's my video that they find. Well, like they really like gooses. I don't know what those are.
Like, when you put it like that, I really hope that they find Reverend instead of anything else I've made, especially the gory shorts, because that would just be, yeah, they deserved whatever fate that brought
now
them
I
to
see what
this
happened, right?
Yeah. When I picked like game dev up more, I guess more seriously, it was it almost came out of spite, because I really felt that I'm tired of other people kind of letting me down.
Yeah.
So I gotta have to do this for myself to see, do I still even have passion, like to make anything left? Can I actually get up every morning and sit down and make a game, even when I don't have any idea where I should start? And I turns out I did. This whole ordeal, I think, was the absolute like hardest part for me. Dealing with the publishing, the money part, the Steam part, because Sam is very creative. His mind is, I really click with it. But he can also do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how he does it.
It all seems like another world to me. So
right? It's crazy. I absolutely can't get my head around it. Of course, there's times when we both like, you know, call each other up and go like, that bleeping guy or that bleeping project. Oh,
that bleeping Rev Plays Games video.
We're gonna have to issue like a copyright
strike on him.
I'm not gonna have that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and talking with Sam about, you know, why, you know, what makes you decide to choose a game to publish, and I remember him saying it's got to have that sauce, and so I've always thought about that. It's got to have that sauce, and so I always think of, I guess Reverend had that sauce, Emil.
That sounds so like an innuendo, and I'm like,
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Because Reverend, it's edgelordy in a way that I feel as well. Like it represents the teenage me. With the loading screen texts basically saying like, I'm such a badass and I'm gonna run through this forest and I'm gonna shoot demons and I bleep religion, like I don't need it. And still the guy is an ex-reverend,
right,
still living there taking care of the church. Why wouldn't a disillusioned almost reverend still be there? Well, that's because he still loves the people. That's why he loves the parish. He doesn't need to have the faith to show his love. Now he needs to use whatever he has, even if he lost his faith, basically, to fight ancient demons.
And even ministers, it's easy to be disillusioned because I see the faith that I believe in, I've seen what it's become. And I see what it's doing, and I see what it's never meant to be. You hit it right on the head when you said it's not a faith that is forced on others. It should never be forced on others. In fact, scripture says so much as it depends on you. It's never been about forcing this belief on each other or having control or power over another person, because that's exactly what Jesus preached against. Here we go. I knew we were going to get into religious talk, which is fine. Yeah, but the point being, when a pastor is preaching against the things he sees in the world, for me, it's this love of power and money, and this love of wanting to control everybody else. It's easy to be disillusioned when you watch people you preach to every Sunday go and do the exact same thing you said, hey, don't do this. This is not what we are called to do.
I think the story of Reverend is very subconscious to me. Now when I look back at it, like, because I've written out everything I want to happen in a sequel. I have an idea for like 3 games. 3 main games, I'm gonna say, to be a bit of a tease.
Ooh.
But good behavior and just love, basically. That's the most corny thing I could have said, right?
That's
like
right.
A Beatles
so
song.
Actually, what I'm going to do is when I edit this, I'm going to put like the very cheesy like heart thing over over yours though. I didn't say it, but
right. And I want like anime.
There you go.
My really bad racist Japanese. I love anime, and I love Japanese food. That sounds even worse. Oh, help me!
Oh, keep it going. Keep it going.
This is the end of my career.
Jippy needs another internet scandal. Let's go.
It's gonna be like, oh yeah, the games are good. Don't listen to the man himself. He's awful.
He's kind of racist.
Because I don't know if you probably, I know you have like more questions and things. But you mentioned a thing earlier that I almost had forgot because I didn't do that part. We have worked together on a project.
Mm-hmm.
Should we talk a bit about that? Because that was a lot of fun, and that must have been a lot of fun for you as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna bring it up because I still think Sexy Saurus would have worked better myself, but that
100%. I was so mad at myself when you wrote that and was like, oh shit, that's so good.
Yeah. So to clue everybody in on what we're talking about, Emil and I have had the opportunity to work together on a project called Meteor Protocol, which was a short game put together for a game jam. Indie Emil had you did the weapons too, correct?
Yeah, I basically did the palette, the few 3D models that were in it, and the weapon sprites and
the notes and
the notes. Yes, the creative writing.
Very creative writing for the notes. And one of those notes was about some very seductive dinosaurs. He called them attractive saurs. I think sexy sauruses would have been better. We're actually gonna put that to a vote in the comments.
Please do it. I really want to see, because I 100% feel that it should have been Sexy Saurus.
I guess the big question is what is Indie Emil / Twisted Sickle up to now?
I've been working on sprites today for the spin-off, because that's the first mention of it. We're making a spin-off for Reverend. I've spent, I think, most of yesterday and today working on just a pickup animation for a gun in the spin-off. But the spin-off is a lot of fun, and the reason, like, this is an exclusive, everyone, right? But we were absolutely hoping to release this on the 1-year anniversary.
Okay.
And the more we worked on it, that just wouldn't happen. We're working so much more with like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
We're working so much more with custom scripts and bosses with a bunch of different kind of faces and attacks. Right. And with that, there comes a bunch of new and more new animations. I'm not saying it as oh god, I'm suffering so much. There's just more work, and feature creep or scope creep is a thing, and we got very aware of that just like a few months ago.
So I want to end with this question. It'll be the same question every developer gets from here on out. What is one piece of advice that you would give to someone wanting to dive into game development?
I've got that with movies, and because what's the one advice you would give anyone who wants to make a movie? With make a movie, it's just grab a camera and go out and do something.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be the best thing or the one thing you really want to make, but just get out there and make a thing. You can't really grow if you don't allow yourself to suck.
There you go.
Reverend, because Reverend still have a lot of issues, of course. It's my first absolutely commercially, but my first released game, really. Mm-hmm. But I do have my first experiments back from when I was 15 in RPG Maker. Yeah, it's just make stuff. Even if you don't release it, just make stuff.
Emil, I do want to give you the opportunity to say, where can the gaggle or anybody watching, where can they find you? What are some of your, YouTube or social media?
I think YouTube and Instagram would probably be the best places, and I think they actually have the same handle, or at least the same profile picture. If you do find me anywhere, it's probably Indie Emil or Indie Emil GBG.
On YouTube and Instagram, right?
YouTube and Instagram, and absolutely find me on. I'm in your Discord.
Yep.
And I'm absolutely in the DOSman Games Discord, and that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me, like directly.
Okay.
I'd say. So yeah.
Well, Emil, I really appreciate you coming on here and then having this interview with me. It's been a blast. I have really enjoyed it. And so
yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. And so I look forward to everything that you've got planned. I'm going to do some awesome reviews on them, I assume. I hope.
I'm absolutely gonna send you some stuff, and if we get so far into it with like, we're gonna have to send out preview keys and everything, you're absolutely like gonna be up there.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate that. As always, remember that you are loved, and until next time, silly gooses, see ya.